low competition niche research. Now, keep in mind, this is to help you understand what is selling right now so you can possibly create a new design for yourself and make sales. Make sure that you always double check for trademarks and copyrights. That is important. And if you enjoy this type of content like this, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I like to say happy holidays. And also, if you're unaware, this is my top research design vault, 460 plus niches. We should be hitting over 500 niches by the end of this month. Definitely will, honestly. I release niches every single week as far as design inspiration and different ideas and what's selling as of right now, what's trending and what are people are buying. And you're trying to get ahead of the competition to help you make sales with your print-on-demand business. There's a lot of people back here that are having success with this. You can see what you can get: the niche name, related keywords, number of competition, and the link. There are people back here that are making sales, making money, and have a better understanding of what they should be designing for when it comes to creating a design for a t-shirt. So that's the one of the most important thing when people look at any of this stuff is they don't know what's selling. And this is like what they should be creating. Okay. Everything is trademark checked and copyright checked back here too as well. So you don't have to worry about that. But I always recommend that you always double check for this. I say this in all my videos because I'm human. I do make mistakes on my end too as well. And it happens to me sometimes where I'll create something, then I go back and check. I'm like, wait up. Oh, dang. It's trademark. I can't create this design. So you always double check everything that you do because it's your business too as well. If you're trying to take this serious and make money and take it to that next level, I highly recommend Top Research Design Vault. First niche idea is going to be tech support. I'm here to delete your cookies. Christmas tech support. You can see how they're putting this at the very beginning of the title. I think a lot of people overlook this, by the way, because the main goal is to put those heavy keywords at the beginning to take advantage of that organic traffic on Amazon. And I know people think that really doesn't make a matter or make an effect on the listing, but I feel like it does. Okay. Over the years of just doing research and understanding the algorithm as best as possible, right? Because at the end of the day, the algorithm is a machine and it just keeps, when I'm sleeping, it's working, right? And just think about it. It's getting smarter and learning and learning. You're never going to know what the algorithm's going to do. But for the most part, it seems like keeping those heavy search volume keywords in the front is going to help you get the organic traffic and return out, help that design go viral. So you can see it's just a simple text-based t-shirt, right? And then it has some cool Christmas cookies on there, which is pretty cool. We come down, we look at, so $15.99 price point, 600 sold in the past month. That's what Amazon says right here. You can see it's available pretty much on all colors. Almost missing a few. Okay, now if we come down, look at the all-time BSR, we see that it's made its first sale in October of last month, 2024. Now look at this. Now it's just crushing, cranking, making a ton of sales. And now this is one of those t-shirts that are trending and making tons of sales as of right now. You can see that. That's crazy. Okay, and this is something that we look for as print-on-demand sellers, and especially almost like a month out in a few days from Christmas. This is going to crush and probably be the top selling design when it comes to Christmas. Really cool design. We come over here, we have a result of 148. Christmas tech support, here to delete cookies, Xmas men's, women t-shirt. Now, I know I had questions on my previous video. Someone left a comment saying that, do people really search this? Amazon does an auto complete, like when a customer is typing in Christmas tech support, when you type that in, it's going to auto complete. I'm pretty sure something like this is going to pop up. And if you get the idea, if you come down here and look at the rest of the t-shirts in these niches, you're going to see that they have some decent BSRs, and even the #1 ranking one right here, right? It's #1 ranking, but it has a sponsored product ad right there. But look at the rest of them. They're all pretty good BSRs. Go down a bit more, you can see that, okay? So this is definitely a really good design right now that's taking off and making a lot of sales. But other than that, there's a good amount of competition, but there's a good amount of traffic and volume, and people are buying in this niche. Next idea, so a funny math teacher t-shirt. Okay, we have the Christmas lights, snowflake, Santa hat in there, and then like a math equation going on right here. So if you understand math, you're going to get the understanding of this t-shirt design. It's nothing too crazy, but I love the idea how they took a little bit of time to think about this, and then they put a t-shirt design together, especially in the math niche. Okay, math teachers in general, if you understand just this niche and plug it into every single holiday, especially every single holiday that's coming up, there is a demand in general for this niche. Okay, let's come down, look at the all-time sales. You're going to see that it's made its first sale in 2023 of last year in December 11th, right? It did pretty good, but now this year, like, it's starting to trend more and make even more sales, as you can tell by looking at the BSR. And if this is your first time here, this is a BSR bestsellers rank that Amazon gives us to show the demand. Okay, when we look at this, we see that there's a sales velocity, and the lower it goes, you can see it's going nosediving down. That means there's a demand and people are buying inside of this niche. Now, people love it, people hate it. Amazon gives it to us, I'm going to take it, right? And there's no emotion, no feeling. You're just looking at this to give you an idea of what's selling. And of course, if it's a top selling design, it's going all over the place, it's going to get copied. That's just the name of the game, right? But your goal is to understand that there's something that's selling here and you want to create something unique and different from everyone else. Now, this may take a little bit of time, but obviously we have AI to help us out with that and give us some insight as far as coming up with different unique ideas to help you create a top selling design that can potentially boost your sales with print on demand. Okay. It doesn't matter where you're selling at, by the way. If you're doing Amazon merch on demand, if you're doing Etsy, if you're doing Redbubble, it doesn't matter. It depends like where you're going. Okay. If you have your own website, that's even better. Okay. Leveraging Amazon.com has never been a bad idea. We come over here, fa la la, 8 funny Christmas Santa, fa la la math teacher, student t-shirt, 123 results. So we come down. You're going to see that we have somewhat different styles. They mix it up a bit. They're using the candy canes as parentheses, stuff like that. But look at, there's some top selling designs in here. Now, this is one thing too. If you create one top selling design in a niche, it's what else can you do? Okay. That's the first thing I think about. When I see something like that, I've created a top selling design like 2 weeks ago, and then it started trending and making more sales. And I was like, okay, here we go. It got organic traffic. It's making sales. Now, what else can I do inside of that niche? Literally created like 100 more designs, just different variations, different ideas, unique ideas, something that I thought was good, leveraging memes, and then just putting them on t-shirts. And that's one way to do it. Okay. So keep in mind, as you see that, don't get, oh yeah, I'm making sales. Figure out what else you can do to make even more sales. Next one is 100 days, a smarter space astronaut. Now, 100 days, okay, so when it comes to this research, one thing you want to do is trying to stay ahead of the competition, ahead of the trends as best as possible. And this is one thing when it comes to any of this, it can be a struggle because one thing, next, you have a design that's taking off and then you have to go work in that niche. But one thing I recommend is try to stay ahead of the trend as much as possible. So 1338, 100th day of school. You can see boys, girls, kids. You can see on youth, it's the default one right there. Look at 100 days smarter. You're going to have like space astronaut elements. And if we come down right here, all-time sales, you're going to see that it's made its first sale in February 13th, 2024 of this year. But then look at going into the next year when it comes around again. It seems like you can see that. See 2 million, 2.5 million. Now it's 630, 88, and then it's starting to trickle down. So when you see something like this, right, we're looking at the data, looking at the results. You want to stay on top of this right here because it's going to help you stay ahead of the trend, right? And it's showing us right now that it's starting to validate, right? Got 1 sale, 2 sales, and probably 3, but it's starting to go downwards right here. You're looking at this getting lower and lower. So people are starting to actually search for this on Amazon and purchase it. That's the main idea. Come over here. We have a result of 126. All right. So the next idea is 100 days of feeding kids a lunch lady. Now, if you're unaware, like when everything goes back to school or just at last day of school, anything related to any of that, lunch ladies, okay, there are some really cool t-shirts that are being created for them. And people just love to appreciate their lunch ladies. It seems, and people love to buy their shirts, or people just, it's a big thing. Okay. And you'll see that as you start to do research, exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not pulling your tail or anything like that. It's just all about understanding what people like to gift someone else or what people like to buy for themselves. And it gets bigger and bigger. And this is more of a sub niche. And you're going to see, look at 100 days of feeding kids, $15.99 price point, 100 days of feeding kids. If you come down, all-time sales, let's look at this. It's made its first sale in October, okay, which is last month. And then it's made another sale right after that. And then it's starting to go up. But looking at this right here, it's made its first sale, and then it's made another sale, then it's made another one. And if we come over here, let's open up another one to give you another idea. Feeding kids is a work of heart. Okay. Lunch lady, I'm not sure what they did right here, what they do with this. Feeding kids is a work of heart. You come down over here, look at the all-time sales. And you're going to see with this one, you're going to see, look at the demand. What I'm trying to show you is the lunch lady, as far as like a school lunch lady, put that in the branding. I'm not sure if they messed this title up, but actually put it in the brand, but it's doing really good. And you're going to see that as a consistent seller. So lunch lady in general is a really good seller. And then mixing in 100 days of school with lunch lady is a really good idea. And then if we come over here, a result of 146 battery life of a lunch lady, you can see that here's another one right here, 1.7 million. But this niche right here, if you understand it, it's going to take off 100 days of sprinkled with fun. Something like that. It's pretty cool. It's a good day to feed the kids. Okay, school cafeteria. You can see how they are long tail keyword right there. Worker, lunch lady. So just think of different ways of saying lunch lady, cafeteria worker, stuff like that would be a good idea and create some awesome t-shirt designs for this niche. Now here's another one right here. New Year Crew 2025, bringing in the new year together. Now, New Year's is just right around the corner, right? This is something that's trending. People are searching and trying to purchase. Now, one thing I've always said in the past, keep in mind when you put 2025, that's going to be it for that t-shirt, right? Because no one's going to buy it for 2026. So you can definitely make t-shirt designs to say 2025, but then also you can just do New Year Crew and just leave out the 2025, or then you can even just scale it out if you want. You can just do 2026, 2027, 2028. If people love the design, that template, and the way you did it, right, they're going to keep purchasing it over and over. And this is the power of print on demand, especially if you're leveraging traffic onto the platform. This can be sales for years to come, right? Really awesome. Come over here, look at the all-time sales. It's made its first sale about a week ago. Okay, 11/16, and it's made its, so it's right there. And then you can see it made another sale the day after, and then it's made its sale today. And then it seems like it's trying to pick up some traffic right here. So we're seeing 3 sales, maybe possibly, let's say 6 sales, right? But that's a good sign right there going into the new year. So this is coming up really quickly. I highly recommend you get ahead of this and create some designs. Now, obviously, get ahead of it would be maybe just start designing for it 2 months ago, but let's come down here and see where this person uploaded it. Okay, it was available at the end of October, at the beginning of this month. So it's not too late to capitalize on this and make sales, right? So we come over here, Happy New Year Crew 2025, bring in the year together, family t-shirt, a result of 179. And then as I was looking at this too as well, the year of the snake, I would actually double check this. I'll do some more research when this starts to trend a bit. It should be almost about that time for the Chinese New Year. Okay, so I would double check the animal for that one. So this is something to pay attention to. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video because I already have some stuff already in here for you, but I'm pretty sure I'll be talking about it in a up and coming video. But you can see right here the different ideas for New Year's that is coming up and potential group purchases because well, they're not just buying one, they're buying 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shirts together, getting the whole crew together, or buying a t-shirt. Everyone's sharing that link around to make a purchase on Amazon for a t-shirt. This is the link, and this is the potential. Think of an idea like this, like reaching out to families. Hey, I create t-shirts. Here it is right here. If you want to purchase it, here's a link, and everyone will share it between the family, and they'll all make a purchase of your t-shirt. And that's one way to get your t-shirt design ranking organically on Amazon.com. All the research that I'm doing inside of this video, I'm using Merch Informer. Okay, this is the research tool that I use to find low competition niches. So let me go ahead and share with you how I'm using this. And my coupon code is going to be down below in the description. I get a little affiliate kickback from that. And there is a free trial. So test it out for a few days. If you don't like it, cancel before it charges you. Okay. Product research. Come over here to Merch Hunter. Let me show you how you can make money with this tool and find low competition niches. So you can filter a lot of stuff out right here. We can exclude brands, which is really cool. So I'm going to hit that, exclude that, come down right here, leave that. And then with the number of reviews, I'll keep it like 10 or so. And then I'll hit search. And me hitting search is going to basically go on to Amazon.com and do some scraping over there for us to find some new t-shirt designs. Now, with certain things, obviously, you still have to make sure that you're checking for your trademarks and your copyrights. You want to make sure that you're not infringing on another brand, okay? That's one important thing. Now, if we come down here, look at this right here. I'm voting for the convicted felon. Okay, that's a real popular one right now. If you're unaware of that, I've made some content on that too, going over that niche. Juneteenth is a real popular one right now. Let's go down right here. Let's say, for example, look at this right here. I went over this one too. I found this one. Let's go ahead and click on this listing. It's 4th of July, okay, and then we have fighter jets, okay, but they're on the back of the fighter jets. It's basically showing the American flag, which is a really cool design. Now let's come over here to all-time sales. Let's check this out. It's made its first sale in 2023, right? But look at this. There's a big demand for this right now, and it's cranking. It seems like it cranks throughout the whole year and makes a lot of sales. So this is one way that I look to see what people are buying. And now what else can you create that's related to this right here? But this is crazy because this is an evergreen niche, right? Obviously they're targeting 4th of July, but this is an evergreen niche that's going to sell all year long. By looking at the BSR chart, we're seeing that right there, right? Now let's keep going down, and there's a ton of stuff down here that you probably not even heard, like you never even thought about, right? Done a little bit more Merry 4th of Happy the thing. Now let's click on something like this. Now, Joe Biden funny design. If we come down, we're looking at this. Look at the all-time sales. So it's made its first sale in 2023, but look at right now, it's cranking and making a lot of sales right now. Now, the main goal behind this is just to see, okay, what's the demand? What are people buying right now? What can I do? What can I create? And then get an idea from that. As I'm looking at all this stuff, there's so many different niches that you can go after in here, okay? Actually, I'm just showing you one way that you can use this tool. Here's another fighter jet design, which is pretty cool, right? They turn it the opposite way. And you can just come down here and just never run out of ideas, just here for the wieners, right? 4th of July design. Look at that. Let's see. Click on this. Oh, it looks good on the all-white t-shirt, which is nice, but let's look at the all-time sales. Okay, it's made its first sale in April 2024, but this is a newer design that's making sales, okay? Something like this, like when I see something like this, okay, people are obviously buying this type of design right now. It's a good idea to figure out something that you're of your own and make something like this, okay? And so that's how I leverage Merch Informer to help me come up with awesome new ideas. And there's a whole suite back here. You can even create your own design back here. There's a ton that can be done with this tool. Really awesome tool. If you want more niche research done for you like this, watch this video next right here. Thank you very much. Peace out.